Hello. Can everyone hear me? Is the volume correct? Let me check. I used to have issues with the volume. Hopefully it's good. Hello, hello. Bonjour, Endless Nights. How are you doing? You can hear me. Thank you. Okay, hopefully the volume level is correct and you can do more than just hear me. Let me just lower the camera here. Whoops, lower too much. All right. Hello, everybody. Um, welcome to the uh, anniversary live stream of the Forge. Oh, I need to update the live stream title. Anniversary live stream. May developer update. There you go, updated. Thank you, Dinesh. Yes, it's been 5 years now. Oh, here. It has been 5 years. Hard to believe. Hi, Electu. Yeah, we launched technically one day before Foundry launched. Yeah. Um, their anniversary is technically tomorrow, May 22nd, and ours is May 21st. Um, back then, you needed to link through Patreon in order to get access to Foundry, and that's where our Patreon integration initially um, came from. And then when they released, we also supported um, the addition of license keys, I think within that same month. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Um, people, there's 19 people, so I think most people who were going to join have joined. So let's get started. Before we begin, I want to make a recognition that last week was the anniversary of the Nakba. For those who are not aware, the Nakba is the catastrophe in Arabic. It's represent the event in which European colonizers took over Palestine and renamed it as Israel and displaced um, under uh, threat of that 750,000 Palestinians, expelling them from their homes and made them into um, refugees, most of them living in the Gaza concentration camp. So um, they have basically been under that situation for 77 years now. And as you all probably know, now they are facing a campaign of extermination, the Palestinian Holocaust. And so I want to take a moment to recognize that um, because the anniversary of the Nakba is fairly close to the Forge's anniversary, and I couldn't celebrate our anniversary without giving a recognition to that catastrophe that happened. Yeah, and with that, let's begin and let's get into the 5-year anniversary of the Forge. Um, we started as a hosting service for Foundry. Um, we started, well, I started it with the idea of it being a full VTT platform with Foundry as the backend. It evolved quite a bit, it changed, it morphed throughout the months of development initially and then throughout the years as well into the best hosting platform for Foundry VTT, and we have so many different services and quality of life improvements on top of that. Um, and it's been loved by our users, all of you, and that made the Forge a successful business. So thank you very much for that, all of you, all of our incredible users who made that possible. And today we are celebrating the 5 years of accomplishments, and we'll be talking about the future and some really exciting news and updates as well. Um, uh, so first of all, we are doing as we do with every year. We are featuring a wide variety of Bazaar creators that are offering their amazing content on sale with our anniversary sale. So if you go to the Bazaar, you can click on the anniversary sale banner and you'll be able to get um, 1,078 packages that are currently on sale. So obviously I'm not going to list them all because that would take quite a long time, but we'll show you real quick some of the content here. As you can see, there is quite a few from various creators. Um, and I'm sure that whatever game it is that you are playing, you'll be able to find something for your game to enhance it, whether it's with some combat music or some new maps or animated effects or anything really, or even starting a new campaign or a one shot. So check it out, check all of the content that's on sale, and take the opportunity to grab something. All right. In other news, we have released Foundry V13 on the Forge. If you have not seen that already, you can now select Foundry V13 for your game configuration, or if you use the game manager, you should also be able to just set that for um, the the game manager. So either per game or here. So for now, we are still recommending V12. V13 is now stable, but we always take the time to make sure that it's working properly, both for the Foundry release itself, but also the interaction with the Forge. So for now, we're not yet recommending it, but I expect it will be recommended soon, much sooner than what we did with V12, because we've done quite a bit of work with regards to getting ready for V13 at release, and we did. And there are still small things that happen. Like just yesterday, we found a new change, breaking change in the manifest of modules and systems that caused us a little bit of problem, which we fixed yesterday fairly quickly. So there are still small little things that can pop out. I know that right now there's, I believe, an issue with installing packages from within the Foundry setup page, which is being worked on. I think the fix is done, just being reviewed. So we expect some of those changes coming in the next few days. Then we're giving it the time to settle and make sure that if there are any issues that they pop to the top so we can see them, fix them, and make sure that everything is running smoothly for everyone. And then we'll be recommending Foundry V13 for the whole community. Um, in the meantime, if you feel adventurous and you don't mind a few bugs here and there and you want to try V13, feel free to do that. It is really up to you if you want to really be on the latest Foundry release or just the recommended version that Forge recommends. Um, but always, before you do an upgrade of Foundry, make a backup just in case something doesn't work or um, you're missing a module or a system doesn't work for your Foundry version and you want to revert back, you will need that backup in order to revert to the previous release. So make sure to uh, make a backup if you are upgrading to 13, right? Um, in other news, let's go to join the team. We have just released 3 new job postings because once again, the Forge is hiring. We keep growing, we keep growing, and we keep wanting to hire some of you to join the team. So we have 3 posts open right now. The first is for an administrative assistant. And then we are still looking for a sysadmin DevOps engineer, as well as this is a new role, senior UI and UX designer. So yeah, we're looking for these people to join the Forge. Um, so for the DevOps role, we are looking for potentially one or two people to take on that position. So if you'd like to tackle a fun, complicated cloud environment alongside the team, improve the reliability of our servers, and help make um, our devs' lives easier, then take a look at the opportunity and what kind of requirements we're looking for. Um, the senior UI UX specialist is someone who will help design the future of the Forge's offerings, help us go over our old UI designs that would really benefit from a revamp at this time. So if you have experience designing UI and UX, we would like to get your resume, and we'd love to have you join the team. And finally, the last, or I guess the first one in this list, which is the administrative assistant. This one is a little bit more specific. It's for Quebec people only, because we are looking for someone who would be bilingual, speak French and English, but also would be taking care of some of the administrative burden that is specific to Quebec. So it needs to be someone who would have that kind of experience dealing with uh, Quebec government and tax forms and things like that. So that is why that role is going to be limited to people who are from Quebec. But yeah, if you are interested in that role and you are from Quebec and you have the experience for it, then we'd love to receive your resume and potentially have you join the Forge as one of our administrative assistants. All right. Um, I want to start um, the more fun stuff by showing you um, something that's been in the works, isn't quite ready yet. Um, but I want to show you just a little sneak preview of something we've been working on. So this is an update to the Bazaar. You will probably notice something different here. The cards are different, right? So this is how it looked before. I mean, I can probably click on the anniversary banner to just see how it looks like um, for those from the oh oh no, I should not have clicked there. Yeah, that changed things. What's the yeah tag fifth anniversary? So tag fifth anniversary. Hopefully that works. There you go. Yeah, because that one took me to the real website, so you didn't see the update. So this is how it looks now, which changes quite a bit the visual aspect of the bazaar. I think it's gonna look really, really nice and make it that much easier for people to find what they're looking for. Um, and uh, this is something we've designed quite a long time ago, and we started, with small changes to the bazaar. We updated the toolbox, we updated the search, we updated quite a few small things. Well, not small, they were actually quite challenging and big. But we um, change different areas of the bazaar. And the next one is the cards, how they look. And you'll see there's no empty space now on the left like we have here because they're dynamic. They'll be taking up whatever space we need here. Um, and actually, let me just resize this. There you go. So you can actually see the full page, but also you will notice that, yeah, it resized them accordingly. Um, and I hope you like it. I hope it looks nice. I certainly like it personally, and will be, I mean, it's still being worked on, um, and there's multiple different changes that will be happening to how the Bazaar packages look so that they will look much better. Um, we do plan on updating the system and module and world package banners. So for those like this module that don't have already um, a cover art, that will be updated to something nicer than what we currently show. The install, purchase, update, uninstall button, that will get a facelift as well. For packages that are Patreon linked, that will also get a revamp in how it appears within the Bazaar card. Um, and uh, yeah, it's coming soon. I don't want to say next week because I promised myself not to give any time estimates anymore because, as you probably know, we prefer to get things right rather than get it out on time. So we prefer to not give out any kind of estimates, but I expect it will be within the next few weeks because the progress has been going fairly well on that. So yeah, hopefully we'll see it very, very soon, and you'll all really enjoy the new facelift that the Bazaar is getting. This is, I think, phase 3 of the facelift of the Bazaar. Will be then moving to the phase 4, which is revamping the main page and adding a few different things to the Bazaar to make it look a lot nicer and a lot easier to find content and things of the like. Um, so yeah, what else did I want to say about this? Yeah, I think that's mostly it. There's, a few other minor changes that you'll be able to see as well with the update. But you can get to see the full changelog once that releases. Let me just catch up quickly now on the chat here. Free Palestine. Thank you, Stemosis. Um, okay. Yeah, guide to backing up your content. Yes, thank you. Destiny posted in the chat earlier a guide on how to back up your content for those who wanted to uh, move to Foundry V13. So do follow that guide there. Um, and the job posting link was also posted by Destiny. And all right. Oh, I see a question from Ogre King Mongrel. Are there any plans to expand membership data storage options? Yes, there is a plan for that. It's I'm not sure if it's already being worked on or will start soon, but it is something that is in the planned anyway. Yes. Um, I'm not going to be giving much detail on that at this time because I don't remember exactly the changes we wanted to bring there, and I don't want to say something that ends up not being uh, the actual thing that we release. So I'll hold off on announcing anything with regards to that. All right. Um, so let me see. We are apparently going to be doing a trivia for this live stream. Um, I think I want to move the trivia further towards the end, um, before the Bazaar showcase, so I can keep talking about new cool features. I know you're all excited about seeing some of the stuff that is coming soon. Um, we with regards to kind of like some of the things we did this year, I think you all noticed the new notifications that we have released here, which allow us to send updates to people, such as when we do a server update, the fact that Foundry v13 has become available, and things like that. We are working on the phase 2 of the notification system, which should also be coming within the next few weeks. And that will really expand what you can do with these. As an example, you'll be able to follow creators, get notified when they release new packages or when there's an update to some packages. There's they're also going to be able to notify users of customer service issues and things like that. We have a lot of plans for the notifications. So phase two is coming soon, which will add various channels that you can opt into, such as marketing channel that will be opt-in if you want to be notified of sales, for example, or something like that. Um, or like for promotions and things of this sort. Um, and yeah, you'll also be able to manage all of those notifications from your account page, being able to, you know, subscribe and unsubscribe to various notification channels, and that will really allow us to push content to the users who want to see those kinds of notifications. Especially, I think the one I'm personally excited about is being able to follow creators and just be able to get a notification whenever they release their next package. So that's really cool. Apart from that, um, a new, really, really exciting game is being released by The Forge. So if you were noticing this little game icon from Christmas last time, it was giving you access to play game of Solitaire, our holiday Solitaire game. And this time we are releasing a new game that is actually different, and it's Dungeon Solitaire. So this is a really cool little game that we've been working on, that we're releasing. It is based on the game Scoundrel, which is a single-player roguelike card game that was developed by Zach Gage and Kurt Beeg. And this is our Forge 5th anniversary game Easter egg. So I think we'll be doing a lot more of these. You can, by the way, you can still access the Holiday Solitaire from here. So if you still want to play that, because I know some of you had a lot of fun playing this back during Christmas, January, February, even before we phased it out. But it's available still for people who really want to play that. This time the game button is not going to disappear. We're going to keep it there so people can always use these games to kill some time while waiting for their players or during bio break or anything like that. So this one, you can click the rules here to see exactly how to play the game. It's a fairly simple game in terms of rules. So you are in a dungeon and you get to face some monsters. Oh, and we have a portal here, which would allow us to just teleport somewhere else. It shuffles the deck. But I'm going to use my flee option right now. So that pushes those cards at the bottom of the deck. And now let me grab this sword, and then I can fight this monster with the sword. So the difference here is 1, so I'll be losing 1 HP from that. And then I'm gonna teleport because I don't want to use the second sword here. So now I'm gonna swap weapons. Uh, so this will do four damage, and then whenever you fight monsters, it needs to be in decreasing order due to the durability of the weapon. So now I can't do 14, but I can do the 9. And I'll take a potion, and I need to move on, otherwise I'm going to be playing for a long time. Potion, and okay, I'm definitely gonna be losing here. Okay, I can actually just do this as well to fight a monster without using the weapon. Um, so yeah, I can do that. And let's just lose. There you go. So this is Dungeon Solitaire. It's a really, really fun game. The team has been playing that a little bit for the last few days. Both to test it out and find bugs, but also just to have fun. And I've played quite a few games myself. Um, a lot of fun. And I recommend everyone check it out and then post in our Discord, just like we did with the Holiday Solitaire. Post your XP, your score. Let's see who can get faster, um, uh, who can get the highest score the fastest, and just who is able to win, because it's really not easy to win this game. Um, I get so very, very close to winning, but I have not managed to win it yet. Um, Although I'm not very good at strategy, but some other people in the team have won. So this is our newest release that's available right now. It's a new game, Dungeon Solitaire, and I'm hoping it's gonna be a hit game. Um, yeah, let's see. Um, yeah, it's single player. Um, it's free, and we released that as a sort of Easter egg, more like uh, a time waster or just a way to pass the time for our users. And this is a thank you for all of you for supporting the Forge all these years. Um, and then I want to show another feature that we're working on. It's just a lot of sneak peeks today. This is a feature I'm really, really excited about because this is something we've been wanting to do for a while, but haven't really managed to find how to approach it in a way that is not confusing to our users, that in a way that just works and without adding too much complexity, but still gives the users the feature and the freedom that they want. And what I'm talking about is, let me just show you here. What I'm talking about is the ability to have different versions of systems and modules per Foundry version. And I know that that's gonna get some people to start screaming all excited. So slow down. Um, it's coming. We have found a way to achieve it in a way that's really nice, and so we've started working on that. So I'm just gonna show you a preview of that. So as you know, when you're in your game configuration, you can set the Foundry version with the game manager enabled. You can set the Foundry version, and sometimes you need to change it for a specific game, but overriding the default Foundry version can cause problems due to module incompatibility. So it's generally not recommended, and it can cause conflicts and can cause all sorts of issues that we want to avoid. And so what we've done here is instead of selecting your default version here, what you can do is enable Foundry VTT environments. And so I'm going to enable it. Now I don't have any environments, but you can see that the Foundry version option completely disappears. So let's create our first environment. It's going to refresh the page. And now I have an environment called Whispering Forest. Let me create a couple more environments and then I'll show you how it works. So I created 4 different environments. So now let's say Whispering Forest, I want to set that as our V12. And then Moonlit Haven, I'm going to set it to V13. And I have an old game, Glorious Shrine, that I will set on V11. Why not? And Glorious Forest will do 0.8.9 just for the fun of it. Now that I've set my environments, each one is corresponding to a specific version of Foundry. So it's 13, no, it's 12, 13, and then 11 and 0.9. So I'll just focus on version 12 and 13. So now instead of selecting the Foundry version for the games, I select the game environment. So which environment I want it to run on. So Whispering Forest, right now it doesn't show what version is associated with it, but it would eventually, of course, once we make the public release. But yeah, so this would be V12. So I'm put it on Moonlit Haven because this is test Foundry V13. But I could take Clash of Cobalt Cauldron, which is a V12 game in my setup, and I'll put it on Whispering Forest, which is V12. I'll save. I don't think I saved this one. Yeah, I didn't save it. So Moonlit Haven. So there you go. Now this game would run on V13 and this one would run on V12. Great. This doesn't change much from what you're already used to. But here's the big difference. If I go to the bazaar now, um, you see how now I can select my environments. So it's now displaying for me packages for Foundry v13. If I switch environments, um, it's gonna freeze a little bit, but now it's Foundry v12, and it's gonna update. And then here it's v11, and this one is 0.8. So I can go also global. So global is just going to be anything that's available to all environments at once. So we have Dysonice on 4.6.9, right? And so if I go to Whispering Forest, which is v12. So I'll still have all of these packages installed, but they're installed globally, so they can be managed from the global environments. But I can come here and change it so that this Dysonice is actually version 5.1.6. Okay, there's a bug. I can't actually click that. I'll do it for something different. Can I do like a Pathfinder second edition? I want to do Pathfinder second edition. Where is my Pathfinder second edition? Okay, there it is. And I'll switch to global. And I'll uninstall it from global. In theory, I will be able to override, like have it installed globally, but then override the version on just one specific environment. But then here I'm going to install it on this environment. It fails because I know why it's failing. It's because it's not compatible with V12. That version is not compatible with V12. Okay, I can install it on the V13, but yeah, that's not really the demo I wanted to show. Can I do? I know what I'll do. I'll go back. Just because right now it's showing me just V13 versions. So I'm gonna switch to Glorious Shrine here and put this one on V13, but stable 1 instead of stable 2. Okay. And let's come back here. Oh, Pathfinder, is it that slow? I forgot that Pathfinder is so slow to install because of all the data in it. I can okay, let's go back and let's just do Dysonice. I think that's just gonna be easier. Dysonice. Dysonice. Then I'll uninstall it globally. Whispering Forest. And I'll install Dysonice here. And then Moonlit Haven. That should switch it. Let me just refresh the page. Like I said, it's not ready. It has a few different bugs, and that's fine. Okay, so now you see Dysonice, and then I can install a different version, 5.0. And then let's install that. There you go. I'll just refresh again because of that specific bug. And it should not say. So we have version 5.0.5 installed here. And if I switch to Whispering Forest environments, it's 5.1.8. And I go back to Glorious Shrine. This one is not installed, and in Moonlit Haven, it should be installed with version 5.0 something. 5.0.5. So that's how it's working. The button should not say installed globally because I don't think it's installed globally. Yeah, it's not supposed to be because globally is not. I uninstalled it. So I think when I was testing this yesterday, I didn't have this bug. So today, I guess there was an update, as you know, actively in development feature. So I guess a new bug was introduced. But yeah, it should allow you to basically just install, upgrade, downgrade normally. the package, even if it is installed globally. But in this instance, it shouldn't say that it's installed globally. It should just show you that it's installed on this environment as this specific version. All right, so that's a lot to demo and talk about the game environments. And then obviously, if you launch the actual games, they will run with the Foundry version that you have selected and with the list of packages that have been installed in that environment alongside all of the global packages that are installed from the global environment. And I think that simplifies a lot what you can do with it. Um, it will allow people to have different Foundry versions with their own sets of modules and systems without the incompatibility issues that we've had for years. And it doesn't make it complex and difficult to understand visually in terms of how to achieve that. So game environments, very happy about achieving the design for it and being able to showcase it to you today during this special anniversary event. And yeah, again, I'm not gonna give any kind of time estimates on when it's gonna be ready for release. There's obviously a lot of work that needs to go into this, and I can't imagine the amount of QA we'll need to be doing, especially with all the various Foundry versions and releases and all of that. But yeah, it might take a little bit of time before we have it ready, but it's making good progress. So I'm really really happy about that. Yes, Eranziel saying the estimate is not next week. Yes, that is not a feature that will be coming next week. That's for sure. All right, let me quickly catch up on the chat. Renzel saying the game is so hard. Yeah, that was Dungeon Solitaire. It is hard. It is an achievement to actually win a game there. So that's how I like it personally. I don't like when it's just everyone can win. So it's not just about like getting the fastest score, fastest time, I mean, like we had with the Holiday Dungeon Solitaire, but it's about actually finishing the dungeon. So there needs to be some uh, strategy going on in there. All right. Hard games are the best games. Easy to pick up, hard to master. Yeah, nice. Wow, game changer, no more than 100 modules. Yeah, I think that's about the game environments. The most useful feature ever for those of us who play games that are not updated that much. Yes, absolutely. We have still not pleased the all code pixies. They are misbehaving. Yeah, it will require some sacrifices, burn some D&D manuals. That'd do. Yeah. Um, yeah, if you switch to Pathfinder like most of us have, yeah, you can sacrifice some D&D manuals. That can work. All right. I am excited about that, and I hope you all are excited as well. Um, let me see. That was the big thing I wanted to showcase before we got to play some trivia. So I haven't even seen the questions of the trivia yet. So let's see. Um, what is this trivia? The task is simple. Answer each trivia question correctly. The first person to get it wins a $20 gift card. Some of these questions are a little obscure, so good luck finding the answer. Okay. Um, let me see. Before we start the trivia, I'm just going to refer you to our blog. Um, we have the anniversary there. We have V13 is out. We have the Mills Wondrous Works Stars with Galaxy interview, which was great. And you also have my own Stars of the Galaxy interview that I did last month. If you haven't seen it, that was actually part one. It's fairly long, and it's part one, and we're still working on part two. I just need to find the time to finish answering all of the questions from part two of the interview. But some of the answers to these questions might be in some of these blog posts. So we'll see who of you is following our blog and who isn't. All right. So, first question. If D&D magic was real, What spell would Kakaroto want the most? Hmm, that's really obscure. What spell I would want the most? Okay. I know why Destiny put this question because I believe I answered that before in Discord, and I'm gonna give a hint. It might be in the Lawful Good Goblins Anonymous channel. Let's see who can find the answer to the question. Oh, Yana wrote these. Sorry, it was Yana. So yeah, Yana can dig up a lot of information, um, and very obscure questions. Endless Nights, yes, that definitely counts. Yes, thank you for your sacrifice. And sorry to hear about the flood. I hope everyone's okay. All right. So I'll repeat the first question and then I'll move to the next. And I think I'll just ask the various questions and see whoever is able to answer before the end of the stream uh, is gonna win. So, first question is, if D&D magic was real, what spell would Kakaroto want the most? Posted that. Second question, how old is Kakaroto in his profile picture? So this would be this picture of me. How old was I in this picture? $20 gift card for each valid answer, well, each correct answer to these questions. Okay. If I decided to describe myself in just 3 words, what would they be? Dinesh M. 3 what? Well, if you really start to brute forcing, um, then that would not really, that I would mean, not really, whoops. I mean, you could try to brute force, I guess. But if everyone starts spamming the chat with various guesses, I don't know. All right. So that was the third question. If I had to describe myself in just 3 words, what would they be? And a hint, these last 2 questions, the answer might be in the interview I gave. All right. And what is a feature of the Forge that I am the most personally proud of? Okay, it looks like all the trivia questions are about me, Yana. I thought it would be about the Forge. But I guess all the questions. That's all. It's just these 4 questions actually. Wait, is it 4 or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4 questions. Um, and they're all about me, I guess. um, oh, Yana is mad. Why do you not follow the interviews? Why do you not remember them word by word? uh, Endless Nights, the forge I'm most proud of, is without a doubt the game manager. That is correct. Congratulations, Endless Nights. First correct answer. Destiny, I was thinking the exact same thing. I feel like a madman, especially referring to myself in the third person using my nickname was so weird. uh, oh, so okay, so the question was how well do you know me? Okay. That's a very good point. You did not come here to study. Valid point. I accept that. All right. So, Yana and Destiny, you can keep monitoring the chat for any valid responses. We already have one good response from Endless Nights. If Destiny can give the gift card to Endless Nights for that answer, and then we'll see whoever else is able to come up with uh, the correct answers to the other questions. All right. So for this Bazaar Showcase, because now we're gonna switch to the Bazaar Showcase as we usually do, where we'll be showing three great packages. Um, uh, well, four actually, because you get a 2-for-1 with one of them, and the third one is a free package that's very popular. And after that, we'll be talking about something like a new announcement, something new, something fun. Um, but in the meantime, let's switch to the Forge card gift card giveaway, which is this time, because it's the anniversary, it's a $50 gift card that will be given at the end of the Bazaar Showcase. And for that, you need to enter into the chat hashtag 5 years. Let me actually get our bot to post that so that it's proper. There you go. Announce. So it's hashtag 5 years with the exclamation point at the end. All right. All right. Let's see. Okay. So post that in the chat to be entered into the giveaway, and at the end of the Bazaar Showcase, we'll be drawing as usual, and this time it will be for a $50 gift card. All right. Now I will hand over to Destiny, who will be showing us the Bazaar Showcase. Destiny, are you there?
Are you there? Am I? Can I be heard?
Ooh, volume is really high. Give me a second to lower the volume.
Yes, indeedly.
And switch to the other scene.
I should probably turn on my camera.
There you go. There you are. Is the volume good for everyone? Is it too high, too low? No, it's very loud in my ears, but I don't know how it's. Maybe I should just lower it from my headphones. But okay. All right. I'll just increase it a little bit here. But there you go. Okay, Destiny, go ahead. Tell us what this Inferno is about.
All right. Ironically enough, we are not starting with the Inferno, though we will get back to this. You might also hear the music playing right now, but we'll also get back to that. First and foremost, we're going to be showing off, well, not foremost, but you get me. We're going to be showing off this wonderful dwarven art. Look at these beautiful, sorry, my computer's lagging a bit, so you might hear the music cutting out. Yeah. So, you might notice these beautiful futuristic looking dwarves with their lovely looking guns. This beautiful art. This guy is holding just a minigun that he's prepared to blast people away with. This is the Space Dwarf Rangers art pack by Vic Nadell. This is a set of very detailed token art of various dwarves that you can see here. There's just a lot of them. They look oh so good. In fact, I can even throw them down on the map real quick so you can see what they'd look like. So, go here. Yeah, pro tip, you can copy and paste the folder locations on this top bar here to quickly hop. So if you happen to be jumping back and forth between interfaces, this is a pretty helpful thing. Anyway, yep. I feel so bad because my computer is having a lot of issues right now, but you can see there's just this wonderfully detailed art with these beautifully grim dwarves dressed in like Warhammer 40k like armor. It also reminds me extremely, especially this art, of Deep Rock Galactic. If anyone in chat has ever played that. Are these smoke effects particle effects or looped video? This is part of the map, well, there's a lot that goes into this package that I'll be talking about later for the map and the smoke. But this comes with another package as part of the package for the map. And we will be getting to that. But you can see here, these guys just look so good. They look right at home in this hellish-like dungeon. You just have to imagine the dwarves in, like, Deep Rock Galactic digging way too deep and then finding themselves in a fantasy hell dungeon. At which point, because Deep Rock Galactic is a very funny game, they would probably try to exploit it for hell minerals or whatever. Um, so this is Vic Nadel's beautiful, beautiful content. You can see it even comes with item images, and these item images are just beautiful. Whether you're running a sci-fi campaign where there are dwarves, or you're running a typical fantasy campaign and you want to add a modern twist a la Might and Magic, these guys are kind of perfect for it. This package is only $3.75, so $3.75 on the Bazaar Marketplace while the sale is ongoing. I highly recommend it, and I hope people in chat can take a look, because I certainly love this stuff. I know for me, I'm definitely going to run these guys somehow when Starfinder comes out. Starfinder Second Edition. All right.
Awesome.
The next package is, of course, the one that everyone has been talking about. Let's zoom out a little. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is kind of a 2-for-1 or maybe a 3-for-1 map, depending on how you look at it. This is I just realized we didn't copy and paste the packages we're showcasing today, so I'll do that real quick.
Okay.
There we go. This is the Fire Dungeon animated map by Brave New Worlds and Wild Magic Surge. This is insane. It's a highly detailed map, beautiful animated scenery with the smoke that overlays over the characters so they're covered in smoke, with the fire and the portal effects. Like, let's drag this guy over here real quick. Let's have him jump headfirst into the portal. Isn't that crazy? It just looks like he disappears under the light. It's so juicy. And you can hear the soundtrack playing in the background. This is also part of the map and the package. It's all packaged together as one, where you get music, the hot effects, and a pre-walled map that just looks gorgeous. I absolutely love this stuff, and it's the perfect chance to have to look up the extreme heat rules for your system again. Because whenever that comes up, Lord knows I have to always look it up again. Anyway, I think this is the perfect map for a high-level dungeon delve, or maybe when your players have gone too deep and you want to punish them. Right now, on sale, this package is only $5.49, which is insane for a map with this level of detail and walling and the animated effects. It's so juicy, and I cannot recommend it more.
It's amazing,
So,
and I'm so jealous because, spoiler alert, on Curse of Strahd, in one of the the Dead House appendix, there's a moment when the entire house might get filled with smoke, and every time I've been playing it, I would just like spam the magic effects, um, which aren't that great when you have to do it for the entire house. But this is exactly what I would love to see. Um, I'm just thinking about like just how amazing this would have been if I had that at the time when I was preparing for that Dead House moment. Um,
right.
it's great.
Yes. So obviously this is pretty good, and it's not even the final package that we are showcasing today. That would be a free package, and one that a few of you might be familiar with in chat. This is a package called Universal. We're gonna stop the music for a bit. This is a package called the Universal Battle Map Importer. So it's a bit of a strange one. This is a free module. However, the module involves 3 different map making software that isn't free, but I'm still going to showcase it because I think it's so nifty. So if you use Dungeon Fog, Arkenforge, Dungeon Draft, or any other number of battle map editors that are coming out, there's one I use that's like 3D, and it works with the battle map importer. You can import files from like maps you've worked on straight in the editor, and it'll automatically include all the map dimensions, lighting, and walling that you need like instantly. It's pretty nifty. So I can actually showcase that real quick. And we're going to go ahead and bring out one of the maps that I've used in my adventures. Here, let me. Here it is. So you can see right now the only maps that are in here is this. I want to play some music again. And you can see here there's the Fire Dungeon animated maps. Well, let's say I've just finished working on, like, let's say a railroad map deep underground. Let me just go ahead and drag it over here. This is the finished map in the art editor. And then it's now uploaded. It's now uploaded. Then I just set the name like Railroad Map Underground. And then I've dragged it on. You can customize how it imports. You can customize the quality of the image. And then, oh. This worked last night. Give me a second. Let me try again. Railroad map. Okay, that's strange. I did just use... Oh, I see.
Pixels per grid. I think you didn't.
Yes,
set
I
that.
import. I've been dragging the wrong file. Let me try that one more time. There we go.
Ah.
And then it processes it, uploads it. Upload's still in progress, and then the scene is created. We switch over to the scene, and it's a little dark, but you can see immediately it's imported in. I can check the walls. The walls are already preset up, which will limit the vision of your players. If you had had lights, like let's say there had been a candle placed right here by the water, the light would be pre-made here, and it would illuminate things for your players. It's kind of the perfect tool for the lazy DM or for the DM who just hates busy work, and I just absolutely adore it. Like I said, too, it works with a number of popular map making and editing software online. There's been a lot of work by community volunteers to get it to that place, so huge thanks to them, and I cannot recommend it more.
Awesome.
Again, and it is free, absolutely free, and it's been made by the volunteer effort of Mooman and a bunch of contributors to the module.
Awesome. Thank you, Destiny. And
Yep.
I am seeing that we have, I believe, only one person who actually entered the giveaway. So reminder to everyone that you, let me just switch back. There you go.
Yep.
That you can type hashtag 5 years exclamation point in the chat to get into the drawing for a $50 gift card. So I'm just gonna give people more time. It says 4 people, but I think it picked up mine and Rughalt, and we're both working for the force, so we are disqualified. So yeah, it's -2 because of that. Yay! Now we have 3 people. But yeah, we are seeing, how many did it say? 16 people watching the stream. So there's a bunch of people here who should be able to enter. Yes, Dinesh, yours was the only one I think that got picked up. All right. Okay. We'll give it a little bit more time for people to enter the giveaway. So reminder, if you're watching and you haven't yet entered in the chat, hashtag 5 years exclamation point to enter into the giveaway for a $50 gift card that can be used for your Force subscription or for buying content from the bazaar, then you should do that now. In the meantime, I'll jump to the next announcement that we had that I wanted to do after the live stream. And after the announcements, we'll be drawing for the winner. All right. So, we are proud to announce the release of the Snowbound Sortie. Snowbound Sortie, which is a new one-shot adventure by the Forge. So this is our very first official one-shot. I'm so happy to have that and being able to release it to everyone. and this is an adventure that was designed for OSE, PF2E, and D&D 5e. Um, so you can play it whether you're a D&D fan, Pathfinder, or an OSE fan. That's awesome. And it revolves around the strange winter that has fallen over the village of Bluebell during its annual flower festival. So, flower festival, winter, something's wrong. You need flowers for the festival. So let's see what you can do to help the village. Um, so yeah, um, all that the villagers can agree on is that it must be due to some old ruins that may be affecting the weather, so the players can go and fix the situation. So credits to Tim Snyder, who you may know as Wormesis, who has released some content before uh, uh, for Foundry, as well as Rughold from Dragon's Horn Studio, who has also helped get the um, the the one shot ready for release, and who did the D&D 5e and Pathfinder 2 conversions, as well as IoT and Civ Studios. Civ Studios is the person who did the beautiful art, um, the banner, and the cover image for this one shot. So yeah. And the best thing of it all is that we are releasing it for free to everyone on the Forge. So this is just our gift for the community as a free one-shot adventure to celebrate the 5-year anniversary of the Forge. Um, and we're releasing it for everyone so that everyone can enjoy it. It has art, it has detailed maps, it has a lot of old-fashioned dungeoneering, and we hope that everybody enjoys it. There you go. And let me see. Anyone else who has not yet entered hashtag 5 years exclamation point in the chat to be entered into the giveaway, because I'm about to do the draw in just a few seconds. All right. So here is the draw window. We'll draw. If it ends up on one of the Forge staff, obviously we'll redraw. And 3, 2, 1. Rughalt, no. Boo. Boo, Rughalt. No. Denied. Okay, we'll draw someone else. Not booed Rughalt. We love Rughalt, but as a Forge uh, as a Forge staff member, you aren't qualified. So all right. Let's draw another person. 1, 2, no. 3, 2, 1, go. Dinesh M. Dinesh winning the $50 gift card. Congratulations, Dinesh. And let's see. Um, yeah, you get a $50 gift card that you can use for purchases on the bazaar or for your Fort subscription. Congratulations, and better luck next time for everyone else who was in the giveaway. And we do these every time we have a live stream, so I know that some people have been very lucky by just always coming to watch us. And next time you can come watch the live stream with us and potentially win the next one. Let me see. Can I waste it on ill and blow? You can certainly try. I don't know if your barman or barmaid will accept the gift card, but you can try that. All right. You should go and buy some space dwarfs. Yes, yes, I agree. And that dungeon on fire, I want to buy that as well. Um, all right. Let's see. I believe that is the end of all of the various announcements we wanted to make and all of the cool stuff we wanted to show. I hope everyone is happy with the things to come, the things that we have done and achieved in the last uh, 5 years, I guess. And I hope you all get to enjoy our awesome Snowbound sortie as well as our Dungeon Solitaire game as our gifts to the community for the 5 years um, of being with the Forge. So, yeah. Personally, I'm really, really excited about the new game environments feature that we're working on. But we'll get to hype that in the coming weeks. All right, let me see. Any question? Let's actually switch to the Q&A portion. There you go. Hello. I'm not so tiny anymore. All right. Let me catch up on messages in chat in case I missed something. Uh, did everyone manage to get the answers to the trivia, by the way? Dinesh saying that they found them all. Um, let me see. Okay. That's the last two were answered. Okay, cool. So is there still one question that remains? Well, either way, this is the Q&A portion of the live stream. So, does anyone have any questions? The spell and the age in the photo. Okay. Yeah. All right. So still two questions to answer. Um, in the meantime, any questions for me? What are my hopes for the sixth year of the Forge? Ooh, that's such a good question. Uh, I mean, is it my hopes or is it my plans? Because plans may be different from hopes. Um, I hope for a lot of good things. Honestly, I'm hoping um I'm hoping that we keep growing with the same rate that we've had over the last um, few years, which would allow us to do more and more. Um, I'm hoping that um, there's less issues. Sometimes we do still encounter issues with regards to um, service. Some are completely out of our control, so I hope those get fixed by whatever um, is causing them. And others are within our control, so I'm hoping that we can really fix those so they don't happen anymore. I'm hoping that we can expand the team, have good new hires that will be able to really help on that front. Um, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to deliver on all of our promises and that our users are happy and they remain happy. And 1 year from now, they are even more happy with the service than they have been. I'm hoping to see uh, more community involvement as well. Um, um, More, I don't know, like, I don't really know how to define like community, but I do see like some communities are so tight knit and there's just so much happening and um, I feel like sometimes we don't have the same kind of interactions that we could have on some other um, uh, Discord servers, or whatever social media we're on lately. Um, so I'm hoping to see more of that spirit of community, people helping each other, more adventures, more little games, more things like that. Um, and I know it's going to be hard because those things are not easy to make. Uh, so I'm hoping we'll be able to achieve the level of quality and enjoyment that we always strive to. I think that's the best answer I can give, in the sense of we have plans, etc., and we'll be doing various really cool stuff. But I'm hoping that when we deliver those things, that people get excited about them and they love them to the extent that we want them um, to receive it, rather than making a feature, releasing it, but then it's underwhelming or things like that. And that's something that we can plan for, but we can't really know how it will be received by the community and the users until it's actually in their heads. So that would be my hope. I don't know if that's a good answer for you, but that's what I have. Rockhalt, why you have a voice that is so nice to listen to? Really, I find that so weird. Because when I hear my voice in recordings, I cringe so much. I hate my voice so much. Um, I don't really get told that I have a nice voice. Um, but yeah, well, thank you, I guess. How does it feel to have gotten over the V13 hump, mostly? I think you guys worked on it for a long time. Oof, yeah. It feels good that we managed to release our V13 support fairly quickly. I think it was a week or 10 days after release that we got our V13 support out. And we've only had very, very minor issues being reported back. So that's been really good to hear that the issues, like our QA was good on that front. Shout out to Lucas, who does our QA, and we've managed to catch most issues and fix them. It did take quite a long time, yeah, which is always a disruption. Whenever Foundry has a release or an update and it breaks API in one way or another, then we end up having to spend quite a lot of time um, basically pulling people from other features that they've been working on. Um, that's why like some of the work that's been um, uh, tackled, like notifications, for example, phase two of notifications, um, as well as the bazaar uh, changes. Those had to be put on the side while we concentrated on V13 because that has a deadline, etc. So it's I'm glad that we don't have to keep pulling people out from the work that they're assigned to in order to keep working on V13 or fixing things on that front. So I'm happy that it works so well. I've also seen V13, although just briefly, and I really like kind of what they've done with the UI. There's some like really nice changes there. Um, but yeah, um, I think also V13 required a lot less development time than V11 and V12. So I think that was also really nice. Let me see. Pro tip, don't promise things so there is nothing to keep. Yeah, I mean, I promise things, I just don't promise when. And yeah, so so yeah, because I know that the when can become completely muddled fairly quickly. One of the unsung features I tell people about Forge is the CDN, since I have players in Europe and across NA, North America, but it seems like Cloudflare is causing issues now, at least in Florida. Is it a wait and see and hope situation, or are there alternatives for you guys to consider? That's a great question. Um, we've been in contact with Cloudflare. We've been trying to bug them. It's, you know, really, really frustrating because when we have an issue, you can see us respond and react and fix whatever problem we can fix within, a few minutes. That's how I hope and expect support to be for a service that we pay for. Cloudflare has been really frustrating because of basically canned responses that you have to keep telling them, yes, we've tried that. Yes, that's not the cause. And then you keep answering stupid questions over and over again until they finally escalate to someone who actually knows what they're doing. And so we have to go through that, and it takes weeks to just like back and forth. Um, we're still in conversation with them. We're still sending them the reports. We're still telling them, and we're still waiting for an actual affirmation from their side about the issue and that they would be looking into it. There's really no alternative, unfortunately, because Cloudflare basically has, I don't remember if it's 40% or 60% of the internet traffic. So you can't really go to somewhere else that would be better um, because everything is going to be lacking features or lacking the scale, and so it's really really hard to compete with Cloudflare on that front. And we were using a different CDN before, and that was basically the issue. We ended up having to switch to Cloudflare because a smaller CDN who has less users, etc., they tend to have um, a, a lower track record. Cloudflare, I do trust enough that if they have an issue that affects some people, it will affect a lot of people. I'm just surprised about the Florida thing, um, because it doesn't look like um, they're even aware of that issue happening. Um, but yeah, there's really not much choice when it comes to switching to a different CDN um, that would potentially perform better than Cloudflare. But we continue. So it's not just wait and see and hope, but it's bugging them and confirming with them and sending them logs and things like that to finally get them to look into what the root cause of the issue is. Um, and then eventually they'll fix it. It did seem to get much better in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think. Although I believe there was a blip um, just last week that didn't last very long, but still. So yeah, uh, that's about it, I guess, for that. Let me see. Lectus says one thing I love about these updates is that it is always very personal. It's not just technical achievements. Yes, great answer. Thanks. Oh, thank you. Um, yeah, Dinesh asking, how many features are you all working on simultaneously? I'm not sure how many faults you have working there now, total or tech. Um, that's a really good question. How many features? Oof. Um, so how many people we have total? I believe we are 17 or 18 um, at this time. Let me just check. You can go to the About page and you'll see 18 people. Of the 18, um, I think we have, so we have two QA. You have me and Destiny who are not working on like directly dev, so that's -4. Zlatan's project management, Corporate is tech lead, but they don't really do any code, so that's two less. So we have, I guess, 12 people, active developers. Sebastian is DevOps, so 11 people, I guess, who are actual developers. Um, And so how many features they're working on? Um, I would assume it's probably one feature per developer, or sometimes you have two or three developers on the same feature when it's something big. Sometimes you have something that you work on, but then you get pulled into something else that's higher priority. Um, we work more on fixing bugs, improving reliability, and things like that. Those always take precedence. So sometimes the features get put to the side for a little bit. Same thing when we have a new Foundry version, like the Foundry V13. I think most, if not all, of the features had been put on pause while everyone worked together on getting Foundry V13 support ready. That was a few different things that needed to be done in parallel, so that's why a big chunk of the team had to move to V13 support. Um, does V13 support count as a feature? I would say yes, so you have that, I guess, as one feature. But you can probably say, uh, off the top of my head, probably 5 or 6 features being worked on in parallel. Some can be done in a few weeks, some will be many months, some we've been working on for many, many, many months and still have many months to go. So it depends. Yeah, that's approximately, yeah. Yeah, Zlatan is confirming about 5, 6 features being worked on simultaneously at the moment. Yeah. Cool. That was a good question. Thanks. Any other questions? Ooh, as one of the 3 official hosting partners, do you have direct connection with the Foundry team, insider info, or support channels, etc., or are you pretty isolated from them? Both, I guess. We do have direct connection with the Foundry team. We do have a dedicated support channel, and we also have a support channel for all of the hosting partners at once. So you can have things like announcements of when a release is coming, things like that. We do get that insider information altogether, but sometimes there's confidential things that are Forge specific that we'll be talking with the Foundry team in a dedicated channel as well. And we do collaborate. So sometimes, for example, for V13, they made a change that um, caused us an issue. As an example, the file browser for the assets was not available in one of the testing releases because they changed the way that it was working. And so we had to ask them to basically export it so we can override it and add our own um, tab to be able to browse your assets library. So they did work with us on that and enabled us access to the file browser so we could add back our feature there. So yeah, they definitely collaborate with us. Um, but then, why I said both at the same time, are you pretty isolated from them? We are also pretty isolated from them in the sense of we don't really discuss what features they're working on or what features we're working on. We're both separate teams. We're not like in contact um, every day and or collaborating on things. It's mostly um, uh, a good relationship of if there's an issue, if there's a need, if there's something, we will always discuss it. But otherwise, we are still 2 independent companies with independent teams. Um, yeah. Any other questions? All right. I think we have exhausted questions. In that case, unless there's something new that pops, we'll be closing. And so, thank you everyone for coming, for watching the live stream, for interacting with us, and for asking your questions. And mostly, thank you for your support and for being with us for so long. And I hope that you will uh, continue to support the Forge for years to come. And I hope we'll be here again 5 years from now to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the Forge and show you all the new great features that are coming again. Um, yeah. So thanks everyone. I assume Yana will be posting our social media links in the chat for anyone who wants to follow. And yeah, thank you again, and have a great rest of the day slash week slash month slash year. And yeah, thank you. Let's see, thank you. Yeah, let's go 5 years more. Dinesh got the answers. All right. Thank you, everybody. Take care, and see you next time. Bye.